The boys' sleepover had the kind of wild energy that only middle school kids could muster. Laughing so hard your stomach hurt, pillow fights that left feathers in your hair, and ghost stories that weren't scary until the lights went out. I'd rolled into my sleeping bag sometime after midnight, my face glowing with the soft blue light of my phone screen as I mindlessly scrolled through dumb memes and TikToks. The clock was ticking by unnoticed. Until it wasn't. 3:33 a.m. I don't know why the sight of those numbers. Those 3 goddamn numbers made my skin prickle. But they did. Something about the stillness of that moment made the world feel off. Like the air was different. Heavier. Colder. A weight settled over the room, pressing down on my chest. I glanced around. The laughter and chaos from earlier had evaporated, leaving behind the shallow breathing of my friends in their sleeping bags. The occasional twitch of someone caught in a dream. But the darkness, it had teeth now. I swear it did. The shadows were longer, thicker, like they were something more than just the absence of light. And then I heard it. A slow, grating creak. The kind that made your bones feel cold. My gaze snapped to the closet door across the room. It wasn't shut all the way, I knew that. But now it was opening. Just a crack. Slowly, as if someone or something was gently pushing it, testing the air. My breath caught in my throat. I waited, frozen, hoping it was just a draft. Yeah, right. The kind of explanation adults give to brush off the thing you know you saw, but they refuse to believe in. No draft opened doors this slow, this deliberate. Another creak. The door inched open a little more, showing nothing but pitch-black darkness behind it. I stared, my heart doing a jittery dance in my chest. The kind where each beat feels like it might be the last before something terrible happens. I should have looked away. Hell, I wanted to look away. But I couldn't. It was like that door had latched onto my brain, holding me captive. Every muscle in my body screamed at me to run. But all I did was watch, paralyzed, as the darkness inside the closet began to shift. Then it appeared a hand, thin, grotesque, with skin like stretched leather over brittle bones, and nails so long and cracked they scraped the wooden floor. I tried to swallow, but my throat had closed up. All I could do was stare as the thing stepped out of the closet. A figure. It was human-shaped, but barely. Black hair hung in tangled clumps over its face, covering everything except the faint gleam of its eyes. They glittered in the shadows, like they could see straight through me. The rest of it was shrouded in darkness, except for those filthy nails that clicked as it moved toward me. I wanted to scream. To wake up my friends. To do something. But the words were stuck, strangled in my chest. My mom. I needed her. I needed her to tell me everything was going to be okay, that it was just a bad dream. But I knew better. I knew it wasn't. Before I could blink, it lunged at me fast, impossibly fast. Those nails found me, dug into my skin with a sickening wet rip. I felt the pain before I saw the blood. And then I was screaming so loud I thought my throat would tear. And then I woke up. Just like that. One moment, that thing was clawing into me, pulling me into the blackness, and the next I was awake. The room was the same, but the light had shifted. The early hours of dawn hadn't come, not yet. My heart was racing, beating so fast it hurt. My skin was clammy, my sleeping bag soaked with cold sweat. I sat up, trying to get a grip, trying to convince myself it had been just a dream, a nasty nightmare conjured up by too many ghost stories and too little sleep. I wiped my hands on my shirt, shaking. That's when I saw it. 3:33 a.m. Those numbers on my phone screen again. I stared at them for what felt like forever, my breath coming in shaky gasps. My brain kept telling me it was just a coincidence. That's all. Nothing supernatural about a digital clock showing the same time twice in one night. But something was wrong. I was wrong. I turned my head, dreading what I might see, knowing deep down that whatever had come from the closet in my dream wasn't gone. It was here and it was real. I forced my eyes toward the closet, praying the door would be shut. But it wasn't. It was open. Wide open. And from inside, something moved. Something was waiting. Then I heard it again, the creak. The slow, deliberate groan of the closet door creeping open. All over again.